Welcome everyone. Today's class is about grammar. The unit that we are working on is unit 11, time to travel. And to start with, we are going to remember what is a modal verb and we're going to see some examples. Here we have must, have to, should, might, would, will, must, may. All of them are modal verbs. Some of them are used to show ability or permission or necessity or obligation or prohibition. Depending on what you want to express, you are going to use different modal verbs. This unit is going to focus on necessity, obligation, and advice modal verbs. Well, let's continue. The first two modal verbs that we are going to talk about are must and have to. Must is in affirmative sentence. In negative sentence is going to be mustn't, M-U-S-T-N-T, okay? Must becomes mustn't in negative sentences, while have to, it is for affirmative sentences, but in negative sentences is don't have to. Eso sí es en presente, ¿ok? En presente, el have to se convierte a don't have to, pero si es en pasado, por ejemplo, tendría que ser didn't have to. Aunque en esta unidad nos vamos a enfocar en lo que es presente. Entonces, have to en afirmativo, don't have to en negativo. Ok, let's see what are the differences between must and have to. Well, must is going to express obligation when it comes from the speaker, okay? Viene de ti. Tú lo estás decidiendo que esa es tu obligación. Nadie más te lo está diciendo. Tú lo estás decidiendo, ¿ok? Entonces, en esa ocasión utilizas must. But have to is going to show the obligation that comes from another source that is not the speaker. Aquí aplica cuando tú no lo decides. Tu mamá te está diciendo qué hacer, o tu teacher, o cualquiera de esas obligaciones que son o que vienen de otra persona, no directamente de ti. ¿Ok? That is about must and have to. Now, we have should and ought to. Should and ought to, you're going to use them to give advices. Do you remember what is an advice? Ok, an advice son aquellas recomendaciones que tú haces hacia otras personas. Should and ought to, los dos son utilizados para hablar de recomendaciones o dar recomendaciones a las personas. For example, should, you're going to use it in present into positive and negative sentences. For positive sentence, you use should, while shouldn't for negative sentences. Okay? Now, you can use it in past, but right now we want focus into past, okay? Let's focus only in present, so should or shouldn't. And now ought to, it is going to be used for negative sentence, for positive sentences most of the time. El ought to casi no lo vamos a utilizar con oraciones negativas. ¿Y cuál va a ser la diferencia entre should y ought to? Es que should es más utilizado in the American English and ought to is more British English, ¿ok? Inglés británico, y el should es más norteamericano. También el ought to implica una obligación moral, ¿ok? Those kind of things that you may do because it is a moral obligation. While should, it is used for advices. Well, we're gonna close this presentation with this chart that you have here. Again, here you have some rules to remember, talking about the modal verbs. For example, that modal verbs cannot be used in past or future tenses. Well, most of them, as you see, for example, have to, it could be used in past, but right now we are focused on present. Number two, when you use your modal verb with a third person, you don't add s, so you don't say cans or mays or shoals, okay? That is incorrect. You don't use the S. And you use only the base form of the verb. So you have your modal verb and then base form of the verb. Must do, mustn't do, have to do, or don't have to do, or doesn't have to do, ¿ok? Y aquí tenemos la regla número 3, use not to make modal verbs negative. So, I hope this is a clear video. We can check questions of this grammar on the video conference or in the chat. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.